To create a tree map, we're going to come to the Visuals ribbon, and the icon can be found on the third row on the right hand side. Click that once and a template appears on the canvas. Click and drag that to reposition and pull on the nodes on the corners and on the sides to actually then make it as large as you like. I'm going to reposition the middle. Perfect for this example. So let's start creating the tree map. The tree map typically gives us an opportunity to analyze two different types of data. We can analyze categorical data and continuous data. If we look on the visuals pane, we've got an option to actually introduce categorical data in the category field, also within the details field, continuous data within the actual values field. If we come over to our data view and have a look at the data within this example, then town is categorical data. We're having multiple selections. The sales amount is continuous data. The property type being categorical data again, describing the three different property types that are actually within this data set. And the sold yes or no being attribute data, whether it's two options, yes or no. Let's go back to our report view and start creating a tree map. The first example I'm going to create today is a simple example. So let's grab the property type and I'm going to place that within the details selection. And nothing really happens apart from the property type title appearing in the top left-hand corner of the actual visual itself. I need to put a little bit of continuous data in there. And I'm going to do that by getting the sale amount and clicking and dragging that into the values. And there I actually have the heat map with just the property type and the sale amount. And straight away, it shows me that the residential part of the data actually has the highest value with something like 57 million. If I look at commercial, it then has 32. And then if I look at vacant land, it has about 11. So that's a quick example of how to actually then create a tree map, which is almost like a heat map. Let me add a little bit more complexity into this. So I'm going to remove the property type, but leave the sum of sales actually within the values. And now I'm going to go and grab the town, which is categorical data, and I'm going to bring that into details. And this time I see a bit more of a complex, a busier tree map. And again, it gives me the value of the actual properties that were sold within each one of these towns, with Danbury being the highest and Cromwell being the second. And then I can work my way across all of the others to find out the actual values of the properties sold within there. Now, the beauty of a tree map is I can actually introduce another categorical factor to give me even more greater insight. So this time I'm going to take out the town, and within the category field, I'm going to drag the town and place that into there, which is what we've seen before. But now I'm going to drag the property type and drag that into the details. And if we look at the actual heat map, then we see something what we've seen before, but I have another layer of data. So if I take Danbury, then I can now see that within the residential part, I sold 10 million. And within the actual commercial property, I sold just over 6 million. So I now have another layer of insight into the data that I've actually then placed within the tree map. And it gives me a bit more analysis on the property types that were sold within each one of those towns. And that's how you'd create a tree map.